Hello and welcome to the Craft Bar. Tonight I'm going to give you a review and breakdown of 3 different types of folios from Tim Holtz Ideology line. A pocket folio, an accordion folio, and the booklet folio. My mom loves her some Tim Holtz, and she's made all 3 of these, and I thought it'd be fun to give you a review and show you the differences. The first one we're going to review is the pocket folio. This one comes as 3 components. You have a front cover, a back cover, and then the accordion portion inside it, which is actually the pocket folio. So this piece of paper that folds and has the pockets is what goes inside. Every alternating page has a pocket to it. And here what you'll see is that the pocket is just a piece of paper that folds down and folds up. So this is what establishes the pocket for you. But it's not very deep. So it is flush with the paper, and it's going to get a little bit of stuff in there, but you cannot fit a whole lot into it. Also, you have to glue the sides to make things not fall out. Otherwise, you need to adhere it, but because it is on the edges of the paper, you can't adhere it very easily. So my mom, her solution was to put a small clip in this way, and that at least gives something to help secure it. But as a pocket, it needs to be adhered down, and that does not come pre-done. You have to do it yourself. That may or may not be a feature for you. Otherwise, there's a lot of room. The paper is of great quality, as you would expect from a Tim Holtz project. It holds up very well. The paper is going to last a good long time. I don't find that these seams are thin at all. It's going to hold up to a good amount of creasing, of folding back and forth with the item. A nice space. You can do many things with it. My mom embellished to her heart's delight, and you could see that with embellishment, it allows the pages themselves allow this to get thicker, right? It can handle a lot, but the little pocket itself, not so much. So that is the pocket folio. That's my first review. Very nice project, nice product, some limitations. The second one we'll do is the accordion folio. Here's the accordion folio. This is also 1 folio per package with an example on the front and information and a further example picture on the back. This is when it's opened up completely. And this one didn't come with any binding, so you just have to do it yourself. Now this one does come with a lip, and my mom realized that too late. In her first version, she realized it after the fact, but it comes with a lip. And so you can actually get a bit of binding. You have a full 1/2 inch of built-in space for it to fit the accordion inside it. And that is because the very product that's inside it is an accordion. When you open them up, it comes this way. You have two flaps, so you can tuck things in. And here we have a message tucked in with a clip. And this folds down, and then you have this beautiful, elaborate accordion that comes out, and it gets very thick. And so that is the reason for that lip along the bottom, to give it dimension. And here, space. And here, space. Now here you can see she's added this sticker, and so as a result, it's hefty, right? It wants to come open a little bit because of that thickness. This one, not as much, but some. The front cover wants to come open, but the bottom is great, and the side is great. And they hold up very nice. Again, the Tim Holtz product is a very thick, heavy-duty cardstock. This one has actual cardboard on it. This one is just a heavy-duty cardstock, but I'm not worried about moving this or turning this too many times. This is not going to weaken out and tear apart. That is the benefit I definitely see of buying a pre-made product like this, as opposed to trying to do it yourself out of cardstock or paper you already have around. This is a really nice base product to just get moving on, to begin embellishing, to begin decorating to your heart's delight. And these are 2 beautiful examples of the accordion folio. And the final one is the booklet folio. The booklet folio, also 1 folio. It does contain 3 pieces as well as twine to bind the pages and a piece of string to wrap around and draw the whole thing together so it doesn't open up. And the Booklet Folio. Now this one I've learned a little bit. My mom taught me some language for this one. She made this for a young woman in the family, get ready for a teenager in the family. So she's made this for a teenager in the family. And it comes with what she taught me is called 2 signatures. So on the packaging, you get essentially the front and back spine, the binding, the covers, not the binding, but you get the covers that have a front and a back cover and 2 side flaps, and then the spine. And then these 2 inserts, which are 4 pages each, those are called signatures. And you put the 2 signatures inside the front and back cover, and you use the twine. You put the twine through these 2 holes in the spine, wrap it around the signatures, tie it down, and that is what creates the binding for this Booklet Folio. So this one requires a little bit of work to be able to handle, figuring that out. Not particularly challenging, but not particularly easy. So don't overestimate the challenge here. All right. Also, my mother said she hated the string it came with, and she chose to use her own. She thought this was too thin and was going to snap too easily. So do with that what you will. She didn't dislike the ribbon. She just chose to use a different one in the end, so it's still a part of the package. But the Booklet Folio has, same thing. It is built in, as similar to the Accordion Folio. This one has a spine built into it to allow for room. And here it comes pre-grommeted. It is, the grommets are built in. The grommets are built in, so you can easily run the cord through. You don't have to do that yourself. A good 1/2 inch of spine, and you open it up, the flaps on either side, and then the signatures. My mom has embellished these signatures by adding lines. She added a pocket herself. They do not come with that, but she turned one of the signatures, on each of the signatures, she turned 2 of the pages into pockets, so that she had 2 pages to write on, and then she took the last 2 pages and she glued them together and made that into a pocket. And as a result, she has 4 pages front and back and 2 pockets for things to be put into, and then plenty of space for that binding. And you tuck that around so it tucks in this, and then you could yourself tie a string around it or use the enclosed ribbon to keep it closed. This one is also very similar, high quality material. The paper is very, very thick and sturdy. No worries about me opening and closing this many times. It's not going to fall apart. I trust that this is a really heavy duty product. Where are limitations in these? The positives are that they are made of great material. They are a blank canvas. You have endless possibilities to what you want to do with these. You could create any keepsake that you like. The 2 different types. The Pocket Folio allows for a lot of expansion, and it's got a heavy-duty front and back. I think this one has the most display potential. To set it out on a counter, on your mantle. It can be decorated front and back. One thing I didn't mention was the sizes of each of these. Each of these dimensions is 4.5 by 6. So a nice standard dimension size, which makes them great for photos, an easy photo album to be embellished here. This one has display potential. This one I think is charming and definitely fun for crafters who are looking for an advanced product but don't want to do a lot of the measurements. You still have to measure out the paper if you want to cut the pieces, but because you already have the template, you can literally just trace it and then cut your paper out and then glue it down. So you're not having to do the math in the same way, but you get a really high-end finish. The outside you may tuck away, but this portion you could also make into a small accordion display on a counter or a mantle or someplace in your office. So I think this one has like a hidden gift inside it. All right, this is a gift. These are all gifts, with almost like a card and a gift inside it. And then the final one, the Booklet Folio, I think this is probably the one that is suitable for this. A great travel book, a lovely keepsake book, because it is that style. Lots more paper is going to be involved in this, and quite a few design items. But even though there are more pages, you do not get substantially more width or space to work with. The limitation to this is that you need to think flat. Here, you needed to remain flat because you knew it was coming out, and you were limited again, and you could see how we're already straining. So none of these allow for a lot of dimension, and this one probably least of all because of the sheer nature of the many, many pages given to you in here. That's going to cause you a spot. And all three of them have no formal way to close. You're going to just have to tie them shut, and that's it. I guess in a perfect world there might be a latch system, especially maybe for the book one. I think if the Booklet Folio, then I guess that limits your size anymore if you wanted it to go around. So someone clever who will come up with a better way to close them. I'm sure y'all have ideas. What my mom did is charming and just as exactly as recommended by the manufacturer, so they all worked out great. I think if you are interested in trying one of these, I would absolutely don't hesitate to do it. I don't think you'll be frustrated. You're definitely not going to feel cheap for the money, or at least I haven't. I do find it's a premium product. Tim Holtz is not cheap. He knows what he's worth, but he puts out a good product. So for the price you're going to pay, I think it's worthwhile, and you get a really beautiful keepsake when you're done. Thanks for watching. We love to review products. We love to feature showcases that we've got here. I hope you're having a great day. Like and subscribe to get videos from us about crafts. We've got a happy hour every Friday. We'd love to have you join us.